What's up, guys? Spin Firearms here, and how did we get here? And no, this is not the handgun, but this is how we got here. I wanted a car really bad. I've always heard great things, always seen great things, and they were relatively, good company, years and years ago. A lot of people chose cars. A lot of people liked cars. They thought they were good guns. I've never had one, and I'm all for pocket carry and single stacks and all that. But I got this used for $200, $199.99. Super excited about it, everything. Didn't look like a single scratch on it, not a single mark. And if you're wondering about used guns, check your local gun stores. Hole-in-the-wall gun stores, small gun stores. Typically, you'll find some good deals. And if not, all else fails, guns.com. Check their used section. You'll be super surprised at the deals you can find. People always ask me, how'd you get that brand new Glock Gen 5 with no shots through it for $350? How did you get this, that? That is your answer. So, there you go. Hope that helps you guys. But this ran one mag, had an issue getting the first round in, but after that, it ran flawlessly. Very nice trigger, very smooth shooter. But after that, couldn't get a single round of chamber without effort, hitting the slide, doing all sorts of stuff to it, so it was sort of a disaster, sort of a mess. But I really like this gun in terms of being a pocket pistol 380. I don't like the grip extension, but 7+1 of 380 is actually pretty solid out of a gun this size, right? And good ergonomics, but what really makes car is that double action, super smooth trigger pull. Now, when people hear double action, they think, heavy, long, and it is, which is good for pocket carry. But at the same time, car is so dang smooth. And because of the disaster I had with that, I wanted to be fair to car. And no, they didn't send this. I got it for $250. Car CM9 for $250. Now, very interesting. This is what it came with. Looks basically untouched. Look at the handgun. Nothing. Look, I always judge a handgun by the frame. Typically, the frame will get a lot of scratches, wear, stuff like that. This has nothing. If you're wondering about that, that's on every single car. So is that. Now, as you can see right there, same exact marking. I thought the same thing. But not a single mark on it. Brand new. Looks absolutely great. And because it has a QR code, you can basically bet your bottom dollar that this is a relatively new car. And I'm like, you can't pass it up for $250. I'm looking for a really good 9mm pocket gun that's smaller than a lot of my other work carries, right? So here's a Glock 43. Here's length. It has a 3-inch barrel in the car, but that's length from the back. And yeah, so it's just a tad bit smaller, but it's definitely lighter than the other options, which is huge because I pocket carry. And especially in shorts during summer for work, this is a great way to go. On top of that, it's in stainless. One thing I've always respected about car is majority of their guns come in stainless, just like this with the stainless trigger, are Cerakoted, like you just saw on the CT, 380, and then also some come in a black finish, which I believe is the PM series, which is their higher end series. Now this right here is perfect for me. I'm a stainless guy through and through. Stainless is my favorite color gun. I don't care what anyone says, and it's the best for pocket carry because it's much better at resisting rust with this finish on it. Now, what it come with? For $250, this is an awesome backup gun, an awesome pocket pistol, an awesome get-off-me gun, and it's just a great thing to have. Everyone should have just like you should have a truck gun or, a home defense gun, you should always have a pocket pistol. That's just crucial in my opinion. Yes, I'm not the same as all these other gun tubers out here wearing plate carriers and all that, but no, I focus on practicality for the average mom and dad or son that wants to make it home to their family at night. That's why I do this. Now, the car CM9, what features does it have? We'll get into that. Came with 3 mags. First off, the flush 6-round mag. Really nice stainless mags. You can find them everywhere, relatively easy. Then it has that stainless bottom. From there, I bet Diddy would like that. Now, then right here, you have the pinky extension. This is a pretty typical classic thing that handgun makers do, just like the 43, but they make it without adding a extra round. But at the same time, just like this car, when your handgun is being carried appendix, it makes for less printing, right? Typically, this doesn't matter for printing. It's all about here. So that's why they did it like that. Then you have the 7+1 setup with that actual extra round. But once again, they cut it out here because when you're carrying, it's going to be less sticking out. So it's actually pretty smart. But right here, we'll give you 7+1 for a total of 8 rounds. So pretty solid. The fact that it came with 3 mags and not just 2 or 1 like a lot of other pickups do. This actually really nice. Came in the box, which I don't really care about the box, but it is nice. Typically shows that the person who owned it before you kept good care of their stuff, right? Like I said, stainless, no forward serrations, pretty solid rear serrations, work really well. Basically, pretty snag-free to the most point, or for the most part. The mag release is sort of hidden, which is nice. Blends in flush with this. But then that slide stop, like all these cars, sticks out a little bit, but they're relatively rounded, which is nice. Other than that, there's no manual safety or anything like that to get caught up on. Ergonomics, shockingly good. And one really cool thing about this handgun is they make it in 40. Now, this is a small gun. Here's the SW380. I mean, crazy. See that? And on the left, you have 9, and on the right, you have a 380. Here is a Glock 42. And once again, it's a 9mm. And like I said, they even make it in 40, which is pretty crazy. Here's an LCP. 6+1 on the right versus 6+1 and 9 on the left. So yeah, you guys get the point. Now, ergonomics great, no rail. You don't need a rail for a pocket pistol. You don't need an optics cup for a pocket pistol. Sights are really interesting and nice. I carry a lot of Ameriglow sights, or I typically like a dot and then either blacked out or a Ameriglow cap or IDOT sight, which is similar to this with a dot and a dot versus 3 dots. 3 dots can throw you off a lot, especially in self-defense encounters. But like this, the IDOT, like on my Glock 42, it works really well. Very easy to line up for self-defense. Plus, we have the Ameriglow caps here. That's what I was talking about on my 43. So a very similar pocket-style sight, because that is meant for combat, or up close and personal. Sorry, I'm struggling today. Up close and personal combat is my point. And if you notice, it's got that little cutout. It makes for a really, really nice sight picture. It's actually pretty solid, not even gonna lie. But in self-defense encounters, typically speaking, you will not be, oh my goodness, win, big win, True Glow sights, big win. Sorry guys, didn't even know that. Big win, that's a tritium front sight. I just read the top. Big win, another win. Sorry guys, I'm just in the mood today. We keep winning left and right. It's unbelievable. But that's a True Glow front sight. $250, and that's a $60 front sight. $50, anyways. Mag release works great. Slide stop works great. Slide release works great. Nice stainless guide rod. Let's get to the best part about this gun, other than the recoil control, is that trigger. Now, it's got a relatively open trigger guard, so you can get a finger in there, no problem. With a glove, you'll be just fine. You see how smooth that is? Now, let me show you the Taurus Spectrum. Actually, a really good gun. A lot of people don't give it the credit it deserves. It's completely snag-free from the rounded to the rubber, even preventing your typical texturing from locking in on your pants and bringing the pocket with it. Slide stop, just non-existent. Sights, non-existent. But check out this double-action trigger pull. Ready? Grit. You can almost hear the grit. Grit, grit, wall. But it's just a gritty wall. Like, it's sort of a nasty trigger, but when you actually shoot it, it's pretty solid. I know that seems crazy with how that just looked, but it's true. Check this out. Just smooth as can be. Listen. Just smooth as can be, right? There is no weight change. There is no hang up. There is nothing. It literally is just a smooth trigger pull. Reset. A little bit longer. Oh, that didn't even do it. Wait, let's see. Reset. Is it because the... Huh, that's interesting. We're about to figure this out. Okay, boom. Okay, there it is. Okay, that makes sense. There we go. Actually pretty solid, so I'm not sure why it wasn't completely... I'll get back to you guys on that, but let's see. One more time for the reset. Actually, not bad. So, like I said, cars are interesting trigger design. Really smooth, really clean. Love this thing. Full shooting review coming soon. Let's hope she runs. Unlike the CT380. Thanks for watching, guys.